The market is showing signs that a bottom could be in, and we have a great week closing 4 trades of 29% or better gains. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, in last week's video, I told you that I expected the market to find a bottom in the 4250 to 4270 region before starting a pretty strong rally from there. And that's exactly what happened. The market went down to the 4260 area where it bottomed and then started a 100-point rally up to the 4360 region before pulling back from there. Now, after this pullback, if it can take out that prior high, then we are looking at a pretty strong indication that the bottom is in place. Now, I'll get into that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Okay, guys, so we got what I'm calling wave 3 of 1 of 1. Gets a little complicated without the chart. We're going to jump in just a second. And then we're looking at a wave 4 pullback here in the overnights. And as long as that pullback holds and takes out that prior high, we're looking at the bottom likely being in. So let's jump into the charts and take a look as it gets a little bit confusing talking about waves without a chart. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart. Okay, and remember that my numbers come off of the futures chart, so they're always about 10 less than the actual SPX cash number. So when I say we rallied to 43.65 or wherever it was, it's actually around 43.75 on the SPX. So these are just the futures, and that's what I use because I get the continuous pattern that I like to plot off of. And what I'm counting as the bottom is right here for wave 4. And currently we got a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then wave 3 topped on Friday before starting to pull back, and now we're seeing a little ABC correction. And we're seeing what we could call, okay, wave 4 completing overnight here, and then starting to rally up in wave 5 of 1 of wave 1. Okay, and we're going to zoom out in just a second so I can show you what that means. But what we're looking at here is this rally. If this rally can maintain this low, okay, so we hold on to this low right here, or we don't break basically below 43.22 because that would put us into wave 1 territory and that would invalidate the structure. So as long as we hold above 43.22, and we take out this high for wave 3, that's going to give us the start to our 5 waves up, which is a pretty good indicator that this was the bottom. So that's kind of what we're watching at this moment. The alternative is the ending diagonal, which I don't love. Ending diagonals are not that much fun or that reliable, but that is the alternative. If we do break down, that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so for the ending diagonal, okay, what we would be looking at is first we would have to break this level here and then break this low. And then we would be targeting the 42.15 region in the downside for wave 3 of the ending diagonal. Then wave 4 would rally up pretty high, up into this area, this 4,300 area. And then we would see wave 5 take us down to the 41.65 area. So that's not on the table, but is certainly not my primary. As I said, ending diagonals are not that reliable. And this is a pretty sound looking structure. The extension of waves 1 and 2. Wave 3 hit the just above the 1382, which is a very common target for a wave 3. We're pulling back to the appropriate zone. So this structure looks pretty good. As long as we can take out this high, we are looking pretty strong to the upside. Okay, so those are the 2 major counts we're tracking. Now, there's other evidence that I meant to point out last week and didn't, and that is the MACD, all right? So the MACD is a oversold, undersold indicator, or overbought, oversold indicator. And what we're seeing, this is the daily, okay, the daily chart for the futures. And you can see we're down here. Usually this minus 20 zone provides pretty good support for rallies. We're down here into the 30s, okay? We're at the negative 30 zone. And if you look over to the left here, the last time we were this low, okay, was September of last year. So if you look at September of last year, if I shrink this down for you, you can see that September of last year was this low here, and from there, we kind of went nuts. So the MACD is telling us that we're nearing a bottom. And then while we're here, we're zoomed out, so I wanted to do a bigger picture, quick update for you. Just so everybody knows, we completed big wave 1, okay, then big wave 2 down. Now we've been trying to fill out big wave 3, and what we did is we filled out wave 1 of 3, okay, wave 2 of 3, wave 3, okay, was the last high at 45.50. That is wave 3 of 3. We think we've just completed wave 4 down at 40 to 60 for wave 4 of 3. And now what we're looking for is this to be the rally for wave 5 of 3, and that should target 4,900 in that region, the 4,900 region, to complete all of wave 3 at that point, because you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to complete a wave. Remember, we break down the waves into subwaves in order to create bigger waves. So this is what we're looking at right now in the big picture. We completed wave 1 and 2. We completed wave 3 of 3. We think we've completed wave 4 of 3. And now we're trying to complete wave 5 of 3 of bigger wave 5, okay? Once we hit this 4,900 region, I'm expecting a much bigger correction at that point, which should bring us back down to this 4,200 region again, except that time it'll be an 800-point correction because it'll be coming from the 5,000 region. So it'll be about a 12% correction. And so we're looking for that once we hit that region. Now, when we hit this 4,900 region, I will start to get a little bit cautious, because if I'm off by a degree, okay, then this could be wave 5 that we're filling out and not wave 3. And if that's the case, then this could be the top of the market for a while. So we're going to watch closely when this pullback happens in bigger wave 4 from that 4,900 region. We're going to watch closely to see that we hit the right areas, that we find a bottom, that we find support on the MACD, and that we start to rally up out of there. Once I see that and see a 5-wave structure come off this low, then I'll start to believe more in the fact that we have another full wave to go to complete wave 5 towards around the 6,000 region at this point is what we're looking at. Okay, so that's a bigger picture update of where we are. You can see that on the daily here, and the MACD on the daily, which is a big time frame, shows us great support. On the smaller time frames, it's also showing great support. So the MACD is telling us we've likely bottomed, but until we get that confirmation, guys, there is still the possibility of lower. This can still go lower. The MACD can still go lower, but we are hitting that support zone. So if we haven't bottomed, we should be bottoming very soon. Okay, back to our regular chart here. Basically, guys, as I said, what we're watching is for this area, this 43.22 must hold. Otherwise, we invalidate because we come down into wave 1. And then we're looking for the rally off of this, which is kind of looks like it might have already started here in the overnights. We're looking for this rally to go ahead and move above this 43.67 high. So if the futures can hold that 43.22 and make a new high, then we are looking at a 5-wave structure, and we very likely think this is the bottom. If not, it's very likely we're in an ending diagonal and that we're going to go toward that 41.65 region over the next week, week and a half. So that will be how the market unwraps. Guys, one thing we did on Friday is when the market opened and we got this sell-off back toward what I thought would be the low, we started buying longer longs here. So we have some January expirations here at 429 on the SPY, looking to hit that 4,900 target or close to it, where we can cash those in for hopefully, 480, 485, somewhere in that range on the SPY, and make a big profit there. And then if we get any kind of other low here, I will be adding to those positions. If it's the ending diagonal, I'll buy more down there. If it's just this pullback and we get wave 1 up and then a wave 2 pullback, at that point on wave 2, I will add to my longer longs there. Okay. Also on Friday, we saw that this move here took out this high. And when we got this little pullback here, we bought a long position here, a short-term long position here, and cashed it out up near the top for a 30% gain on that trade. And so that closed out a pretty strong week for us of 4 trades, winning trades of 29% or better. And we had 2 losers in there. We had a 3% loser and a 9% loser. So very small losers, very good winners. And that's how we try to do it. High reward, low risk trades. Okay, guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to get in my Facebook group. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it'll take you over to Facebook. When you get to Facebook, you have to be approved to get into my group. And the only thing I ask for you to do that is that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to my channel, come on over to Facebook. I'll get you into the group. Okay, we have almost 700 members in there now. And if you hit this announcements tab right here in the middle and scroll down, you'll see our documented trades. All right here. So you can see how we've been trading and what we've been trading. You can scroll down just a little further and you will see a link to my Slack channel. Slack is just a free chat channel. I am in there all day during market hours, giving real-time market updates, giving out our buy alerts, our sell alerts, all of our parameters around those. So what strike are we buying? What expiration are we buying? All those kind of things. And also, it's an incredible group of traders in there, from the very beginner to the very expert. And it's a great place to ask questions, bounce ideas off of each other. It's an awesome trading room, great environment. We would love to have you over there so we can make some money together. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. We are watching to see how this pullback takes shape. If it breaks through 43.22 to the downside and invalidates by getting into wave 1 here, we're likely looking at an ending diagonal pointing us down toward that 41.65 region. If, however, it holds and we take out this high, then we look like we have 5 waves up, and it becomes a lot more probable that the bottom is in and 4 is done. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. Let's have another great week, and I will talk to you tomorrow.